is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports, covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome everybody here to the Ralph. Getting ready for another girls and boys doubleheader as Lawrence County is taking on Giles County. This is AJ Good. You've already heard from my counterpart Cam Mashford here tonight. Getting ready for this girls and boys doubleheader. Starting first with the girls, taking a look at both sides, setting the scene. Lawrence County comes in at 5-1 overall. Their head coach is Wendy Scott. Giles County coming in at 0-5 with their head coach is Missy Harper. These two met up on November 22nd, just a couple weeks ago. That was a convincing Lawrence County win as they won that one 57-25. And Cam, this team here literally a week ago lost a very close game to Loretto, but since had a really good rebound win on the road against Rogers on Friday.
Players that's going to play at the next level in Katie Criswell. I suspect that the next time they face Loretto, it's going to be a different game. I mean, it was a close game anyway. At the end, I think it's going to be close the whole time. They're a good team, and Giles County's been down the last few years. It's no secret there. They were state champions about 10 years ago,
right? And
it's kind of been a tough road for them ever since. And they are going to be a district opponent of Loretto this year. So this is a game that there's a lot of eyes on in the south end of the county and the north end of the county with Summertown. But next year, they're going to be in Lawrence County's district. So this is a future district game for Lawrence County.
Yeah. Even though they play home and away every year against each other, they still got a chance to take a look at what's going to be coming next year. I know everyone, Loretto and Summertown, especially on the boys' side, is going to be watching that boys' game to check out to see what Giles County has coming.
Especially with a new coach, absolutely.
As we will pause here for the invocation and the national anthem.
I pray for Kay and the rest of the Shelton and that you would heal him and
That was the invocation and the national anthems. We get ready here for this girls and boys doubleheader between Giles County and Lawrence County. Taking a look at the starting lineups for both sides, starting first with the Lady Bobcats of Giles County. You'll have Amaya Coffey, Carson Brown, Cameron Buckner, Kataya Dudley, and Kaya Gibson. On the other side for Lawrence County, you'll have Cammie Pigg, Katie Criswell, Emmy Clark, J.C. Scott, and Sadie Grace Cole. That will be your starting five for Lawrence County tonight. Cam, these two met up November 22nd, was a 32-point Lawrence County lead, so Giles County has a lot of time and a lot of space here to make up the difference because Lawrence County really took care of business the last time these two played.
Yeah, they did. You know, this is a rivalry. It's even though it's not a district game, you're the neighboring county. The football team, you know, everybody knows about the cowbell game, and it is a big rivalry. You know, these two schools and counties don't like each other. Giles County, when I first started broadcasting games, I was broadcasting for Giles County. And I got a pass because I was a Loretto grad. But then they found out that I associated with all the Lawrenceburg people. It was like, we're done with you. You know, we're done with you. And, yeah, they don't like Lawrenceburg. And it shows. I mean, it shows when they play. There's some I don't want to say hatred because that's a strong word, but there is a willingness and want to win when you two teams meet up.
And a willingness to watch the other team lose, no matter who they're playing.
That's kind of like Tennessee and Alabama fans, you know? You respect them, but you want them to lose every time they hit the quarter field. Yeah.
Absolutely. We all know that feeling. We all want our rivals to lose. I want Pitt to burn to the ground, even when they're not playing West Virginia. So
right.
I know the feeling behind all of that. As both teams are ready to go, Lawrence County wearing their white uniforms, gold numerals, they'll be going from right to left. Giles County wearing their black uniforms, white numerals, going from left to right. Everyone's ready. The officials are ready. Tip off. And now it's time for Lady Cat basketball here on the X Sports Network. Giles County starts off with it. Coffey with it at the wing. Trying to throw it down low to Gibson. That one is tipped but thrown eventually into the hands of Emmy Clark. Coming back with it the other way, J.C. Scott with it across the timeline, now as at the top of the key. Throws it over to Cammie Pigg, now inside to Criswell at the free throw line. Now skip pass over to Sadie Grace Cole near the corner for three, no good. And that one's going to go off of the shoe tops of Cameron Buckner out of bounds to Lawrence County. J.C. Scott gets the play from her mom, head coach Wendy Scott. She'll take it out of bounds here for the Lady Cats. Throws it into Criswell at the free throw line. She'll try a mid-range jumper, knocks it down.
That's where Katie's so good, is those mid-range jumpers. She can really change a game when she attacks those areas and gets space to do so.
Gibson with it, tries a pass, and this one's intercepted by Scott, but again, eventually loses that one. Coming up the other way, a missed layup, but the rebound and the putback for Gibson, and we're tied up at 2. Scott with it now the other way. She'll drive, picks up her dribble, kicks out. Pigg will try a deep three. Misses, rebound, comes out to Gibson. Excuse me, that's Dudley with the rebound. Now a foul will be called here against Lawrence County. First one for either side.
It's one of those calls that, depending on the game, it could be a jump ball. We saw the same official 2 nights ago, or a night ago. Every time it got tied up was a jump ball, and tonight it's a foul.
Now a turnover. Katie Criswell intercepts the pass. Kicks out. Now a swing over to Cole in the corner for three. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound comes down here to Scott. Now we have a jump ball, speaking of, and that will go to Lawrence County.
So far, Lady Cats just getting the good looks. Just yet to get one to fall.
Scott, skip pass over to Cole. Now back to Scott. She'll try a long pass over to Pigg. She'll try another deep three. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes out to Dudley. Dudley slings it out to Buckner. Buckner being trapped here off the press. Finally gets it to Brown. Brown will cross the timeline here for the Lady Bobcats. Pressure coming the other way as Cammie Pigg hustles, knocks it out of bounds as Giles County will keep the ball. 6:24 here in the first quarter. Brown takes it out here for the Bobcats. Throws it in the Coffey, but it's kicked out of bounds by Criswell.
So, well, Giles County, they've got good size. They've got some athletes.
Brown takes it out of bounds. Has an open Coffee in the corner, doesn't see her. Dudley tries a shot, it's blocked into the hands of Brown. Brown now being trapped by Scott Pig, breaks out of it. And now we're going to have an offensive foul called against Brown.
That was a good job by Emmy there to stand her ground.
Make that 4 turnovers against the Bobcats so far in this game. Lawrence County tied up with Giles County. Each side with now a foul, 6:17 remaining in the opening quarter. Scott will walk it across the timeline here for the Lady Cats. Throws it over to Pig at the wing. Pig to Criswell on the free throw line, and she is fouled. There's 2 Bobcats there in the area. And the foul will go against Dudley. Scott takes it out here for the Lady Cats. Finds Pig. Pig almost stepped out of bounds. Now back to Scott in the corner. They'll try to work it down low to Clark. And that one's stolen away. Dudley picks up the steal. Now gets it ahead to Buckner. Now to Coffee. Coffee, left-handed layup up and in. Giles County takes the lead at 4-2. 5:50 remaining here in the first. Scott now with it the other way. Drives through and is fouled on the way up.
JC with a nice, the pace, once they score, to get it quickly back the other way. That's what I've liked when I've watched Lawrence County play this year, is their willingness and their quickness to get back on the offensive end.
As Dudley picks up her second foul, the team's third. First free throw from Scott knocks it down. Now checking into the game here for the Lady Bobcats is Casey Stevenson, and Kataya Dudley will check out. Might be sitting out for the rest of the first half with 2 fouls. Next free throw from Scott on its way, and she hits them both. We're tied up at 4.
Well, that's a big 2 fouls on Dudley, because she was in getting all kinds of rebounds. She's a grinder type player, is beating and banging down low, and they may miss her.
As a deep pass, trying to throw in the area, Gibson, but now intercepted by Cole. And Pig is going to lose that one off of her shins, and that will go back to Giles County. Peyton Morgan just checked into the game here for Emmy Clark. Already not a very smooth start to this for either side as we're tied up at 4. Coffee inbounds in the Brown. Brown will get it across the timeline. Now a fight for the ball. And we have a travel called here against Brown. 6 turnover against the Lady Bobcats. Then we'll go back to Lawrence County. Forcing turnovers, Cam. Just need to get some points on the other end.
That is, in high school girls basketball especially, the team that creates the most turnovers more often than not is going to win the game.
Scott with it here. She'll try an NBA range 3. Rattles it home. She's got 5. Lawrence County retakes the lead at 7-4. Press put on here as Buckner's going to come the other way. Tries to find Stevenson. Stevenson regains possession after losing it and tries to throw it into Gibson. It's kicked away by Katie Criswell. Bobcats will retain the ball. 5:07 remaining here in the first quarter. Brown now takes it out, looking for somebody. Tight man-to-man put on by the Lady Cats.
Close to 5.
And the 5-second call is made. Make that now 7 turnovers against the Bobcats as Harley Johnson and Sophie Cole will check in. As Sadie Grace Cole and Pig will check out. Criswell sends it back over to Scott. And Scott will walk it across the timeline. Sends it over to Johnson. Now to Criswell in the corner. 5 out put on here by the Lady Cats. They have an open Morgan in the middle. And that one's stolen away by Stevenson. Throws it away to Coffee. Coffee coming back the other way. Left-handed layup. Barely hits the backboard. Rebound Sophie Cole, and she's going to be fouled in the process.
Just pretty sloppy from Giles County. I mean, they're making the plays, AJ, but they're not, as far as they're getting in position to make the plays, but they're not finishing them. Is the layup there, you got to go stronger up. You can't expect contact like she was. You got to try to score, and if they make contact, then go to the line and make the free throw.
Cole with it now. Dribbles, sends it over to Harley Johnson at the wing, back to Cole straight away. Now to Criswell at the wing. She dribbles back to Cole straight away. Over to Johnson. Johnson throws it down low to Criswell. Criswell off the glass and in. She's got 4 points. Lady Cats now lead at 9-4. Press put on again. Stevenson with Buckner with it. Sends it over to Brown. Brown crosses the timeline. Man-to-man put on. She's guarded by J.C. Scott. Brown with it. The Lawrence County logo over to Gibson. Gibson holds on to the ball. Pressured here by Criswell. Criswell knocks it away into the hands of Peyton Morgan. Morgan coming over. Nice pass to J.C. Scott. Left-handed layup. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. And it will go out of bounds to Lawrence County.
J.C., I think, got pushed there and didn't get on that layup. That's the reason she missed it. She was shoved completely under the basket. No call.
Scott throws it into Morgan. She'll try a jumper, knocks it down.
She was almost so open there that those are the ones sometimes you miss because you're like, crap, how am I this open, you know?
Hey, a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And even though Matt knocks it down, Gibson loses that one out of bounds. Now a 30-second timeout will be called by Giles County, and we'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for a job where you can easily balance work and home life? By becoming a local driver with Southeast Carriers, we can guarantee multiple benefits and a base pay starting at $17 per hour, along with a work-life balance so you can spend equal time on the road as with family. We also provide the latest updated equipment and technology to make your job as easy as possible. Southeast Carriers isn't just a company, it's a family, and we would love for you to be a part of it. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back at the Ralph, the Lady Cats leading Giles County 11-4, 3:44 remaining here in the first quarter. Giles County committed their 9th turnover, and Missy Harper used her first timeout of the game. J.C. Scott taking it out of bounds, long pass to Harley Johnson straight away. Now over to Scott in the corner. Scott throws it down low to Clark. Clark, turn around. Goes up, and she will get called for the travel, and will go to Giles County. 4th turnover against the Lady Cats. One too many steps there is press put on here by Lawrence County. Brown taking it out for Giles County. Throws it into Gibson. Gibson trapped by Scott. Throws it to Brown, but right into the hands of Emmy Clark. Down low to Scott. Scott reverse layup off the front iron, no good. Rebound comes out to Stevenson. Now out the Coffee is deflected in their hands. Coffee trying to slow things down. Gets it across the timeline. Pressure by Scott, and she'll get fouled by Scott in the process.
J.C. was going to earn that one. I think she had it in her mind. She was either going to steal it or get a foul.
As Katie Criswell checks back in for J.C. Scott. Brown gets the ball for Giles County. Crossing the timeline, guarded by Sophie Cole. She'll drive. Goes into the lane, and we're going to get a foul called against Cole.
It's on the floor.
On the floor. That will be on Sophie Cole, her first, team's 3rd. Buckner taking it out of bounds here for the Lady Bobcats. Looking for somebody, can't find anybody, and just throws it off of the back of of Clark's shoelaces and deflects out of bounds. Giles County will keep it. 3:13 remaining in the first. Lawrence County leading by 7. Stevenson has it in the corner. She'll try a 3. Misses everything. Rebound Peyton Morgan. Morgan, though, loses that into the hands of Brown. Brown coming the other way. Shot up, no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's kind of soft there. Of course, from up here, it's a little hard to see, but Lawrence County right now is going to have to clean it up a little bit. They're creating a ton of turnovers, but they're getting very little points.
First free throw from Brown is it. Checking into the game for Giles County will be Inya Garrett. Checking out will be Cameron Buckner.
If the turnover efficiency was up a little bit, I mean, this would be a 20-point game right now.
Next free throw from Brown is no good. Rebound Emmy Clark, and Clark will be fouled in the process.
Just lack of discipline right now for the Lady Bobcats, because that's one of those fouls as a coach. I know Coach Harper's been there a long time. That's got to frustrate you because there is absolutely no reason to commit that foul.
As Clark will check in. Excuse me, that's Pig that checks back in for Harley Johnson. Katie Criswell with it now. Criswell throws it down low to Clark. Clark kicks out the Pig. Pig dribbles now to Sophie Cole. She'll try a 3. Misses, and it'll go out of bounds to Giles County. 2:46 remaining here in the first quarter. Lawrence County leading it 11-5. Brown inbounds into Gibson. Gibson throws it back to Coffee in the paint. She's guarded by Pig. Looking for somebody, hands it over to Garrett. And Garrett's going to be, no, Garrett gets called for the travel. Make that now 11 turnovers against the Lady Bobcats. Taking it out of bounds will be Katie Criswell. Throws it in to Clark. She'll try a mid-range jumper, and she knocks it down for her first points of the game. It's now an 8-point Lawrence County lead.
That was a beautiful catch and shoot, just in rhythm.
Brown falls down. That one's stolen away now by Peyton Morgan. And we're going to say Morgan stepped out of bounds, and we'll go to Giles County. A lot happening in this game right now. Seems like we're getting a whistle blow about every 10 to 15 seconds.
Not a lot of flow for sure, and it's...
Coffee gets her pass intercepted by Peyton Morgan. Now coming the other way with is Katie Criswell. Criswell, nice pass to Morgan, loses it, and Garrett saves it. Garrett tries to come back the other way, and she is fouled in the process.
Peyton, she is such a gamer, and what I mean by that is if she makes a mistake, she is bound and determined to make up for it right then. Yeah. She's going to do everything in her power to get that ball back.
She doesn't do anything slow.
No,
it's always full speed.
It was, and sometimes that's going to cause her to get some fouls just like she just got.
Make that now 5 team fouls for either side as J.C. Scott and Sadie Grace Cole check back in. Coffee with it now for Giles County. Being trapped, throws it into Gibson. And Gibson is going to be fouled on the play.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's going to go against Emmy Clark, her first team 6. No one in foul trouble for Lawrence County because everyone's got one right now. Gibson with it. She'll try a mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound, J.C. Scott.
How's that not a foul there?
Yeah. Scott coming back with it the other way. Now finds Cole. Cole gives it back to Scott. Scott swings it back to Cole in the corner, throws it down low to Clark. Clark kicks it out here to Pigg. She'll try a 3. Front iron, no good. And we're going to get a foul call here, more than likely against Emmy Clark for over the back. Now that's going to be 6 team fouls, and that is against Clark, her second, team 7th. Now we get a 1-and-1 coming back the other way. So far, 1 of 2.
Giles County's really packing it in the paint on defense. Every time Lawrence County tries to get in there, they collapse on it. That's going to open up the perimeter. The problem is Lawrence County's just not hitting those shots right now. They're getting the open looks.
Gibson misses the first. Rebound to Clark. And Criswell going to speed back the other way. Comes with it straight away. Left-handed layup off the glass. No good. Rebound Coffee. Coffee now being trapped by Pigg and Cole. Picks up her dribble over to Gibson. Now back to Coffee. Coffee over to Brown. And Brown will get it across the timeline. Brown now racing through traffic. Kicks over here to Garrett. She'll try a 3 near the corner. No good. Offensive rebound, though, to Stevenson over the head of Coffee. Coffee tries to save it to Brown and can't. And that will go back to Lawrence County and make that now 14 turnovers against the Bobcats.
In 1 quarter. And they're not even done with the first. That's incredible.
Harley Johnson will check in the game, and checking out will be Emmy Clark.
They have more turnover. I mean, when you have the team you're playing against has more turnovers than you have points, it tells you you're struggling putting the ball in the hoop right now. They'll get it figured out. But
Pigg with it straight away, facing the 2-3 zone over to Sadie Grace Cole at the wing. Cole over to Johnson with it straight away. Now over to Pigg. Has an open Criswell in the low block. She'll try a floater in the lane. No good. Rebound Gibson. Now another foul called against Lawrence County.
You can see the frustration setting in for the Lady Cats. That's a shot she hits 8 out of 10 times and committed a foul. You're frustrated. You get outside of what you normally do whenever you start missing those and committing dumb fouls, things like that. They'll figure it out. They'll get it going, but I know it's frustrating when you have those moments where you just can't hit anything.
Gibson coming back the other way for the 1-and-1. Misses the front end again. Rebound J.C. Scott as Criswell picked up her second foul. Scott with it. Straight away down low to Criswell in the low block. That one's off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound. She'll go up again and gets that one in. Criswell's got 6, and the Lady Cats now lead it by 10 at 15-5. They back off the press as Brown will come back with it the other way for Giles County. Brown dribbles to the top of the key, matchup zone. Now it's Garrett. She'll try a beyond NBA range 3. Hits the front iron. Rebound comes out the Coffee. Coffee tries to throw it down low to Gibson. It's deflected back out the Coffee, and now we get another foul called against Lawrence County. I believe this one's going to go against Cammie Pigg.
Yeah, it is. Cammie initially had it tied up. Giles County player broke free, then she went back in to top again, and the second time it was a no-go.
That's now 9 team fouls against Lawrence County. We still got 30 seconds left in this opening quarter.
It's just a frustration, AJ. It's just you're not putting it in the basket. and you're getting after it even harder. You're sometimes trying harder can cause problems.
Coffee hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Here comes the next one from Coffee. She hits both. She's now got 4 points in the game. They're now 3 of 6 from the line so far here in the first half. 15-7 to Lawrence County lead. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Scott with it, now back to Pig. Pig throws it over to Johnson in the corner, throws it down low to Sadie Grace Cole, kicks out to Scott. She'll try a three, gets it to go. J.C. Scott has got 8, and the lead's out to 11 with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Brown throws it in to Garrett. I don't believe they know how much time is left.
I don't think they do either, AJ.
As Garrett gets it across the timeline, throws up a prayer off the top of the backboard. Rebound Gibson, and that will end the quarter. After a wild first 8 minutes of play, Lawrence County leads this one 18-7 of the start of the second quarter when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with Primary Care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary Care by One Stop Medical at its best.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
It's kind of like Hohenwald.
Back here at the Ralph, Lawrence County leading this one 18-7 as we start the second quarter. Giles County will have it to start the period. Brown being guarded here closely by Pig. Coming the other way. Right-handed layup by Brown. Misses everything. Rebound Scott coming the other way. Scott's got 4 on 2. Throws it down low to Peyton Morgan. Morgan goes off the glass and is fouled in the process by Stevenson. She'll go the line here to shoot 2. Picking up the foul will be Casey Stevenson, her first team 6. Now a pair of free throws coming up here for Peyton Morgan. Lawrence County 2 of 2 from the line so far here in the first half. First free throw, can't get it to go.
Something that occurred to me, sometimes when your opponent is playing sloppy, you kind of get to that level because they kind of slop up the game. So you jump in there with them. That may be a little bit of what's happening too.
As Peyton hits the back end, she's now got 3 points on the night. It's a 19-7 Lawrence County lead. 25 seconds into the second quarter. Coming the other way with it, it's Brown. Brown spins into the paint, tries to kick out to Gibson. She'll try a jumper, no good. Stevenson tries to save it, can. She stepped out of bounds. That will go back to Lawrence County. This Giles County team not afraid to shoot it.
No.
Even if they're just over the midcourt line.
Yeah, we saw a kid several years ago in region tournament shot 40-something threes. He hit 3 of them. I'm serious.
I believe it. Scott will try corner 3. Speaking of that, she knocks it down. She's got 11 points. Lawrence County in control, leading this one 22-7, a minute into the second quarter.
Brad Nielsen and I were just jaw-dropping because, he would cross half court and fire it. It was insane.
Stevenson with it in the corner, throws it down low to Gibson on the low block. And she's going to travel in the process, make them now 15 turnovers against the Bobcats.
She's got good size, and Giles County's got a couple players who's got good size in the post, but when they get the ball, they're not decisive with it. Lawrence County, they'll try to make a move. It's not there. They instantly kick it out. Giles County gets lost when they get it in the post.
Scott gets it in the Clark in the low block. She'll go up, misses the layup. Rebound comes out to Stevenson. Now over to Buckner. Buckner with speed back the other way. Nice pass to Brown in transition. Brown goes into the paint, throws up a runner, banks it home. Brown now's got 3 points and leads down to 13. Scott will race back the other way for Lawrence County, throws it over to Clark. Clark now in the corner, over to Sophie Cole at the wing. Throws it down low to Morgan. Morgan off the glass.
Nice move.
Can't get it to go, but she's fouled. She'll go the line to shoot 2 once again.
It's like there's a glass case over the rim that's keeping it from going in. I mean, it's nothing else you could say. She had it looked good. It just didn't go in.
First free throw from Morgan on its way, gets it to go. No subs from either side. You know, sometimes, Cam, that's just basketball. Sometimes
it is.
It just doesn't roll in for you.
Absolutely it is. That's why it's such a fun game. I think that's why it's such a popular game up to the college level. After that, it kind of gets dumb.
Dudley will check in for Gibson. Morgan hits 1 of 2. She's now got 4 points. They lead it now 23-9. Buckner with it, the Lawrence County logo. Guarded here, the man-to-man by Cammie Pig. Throws over to Stevenson near the corner. Stevenson will throw it down low to Dudley on the low block. Left-handed shot. No. Rebound Buckner. Buckner can't get it to go. Rebound Dudley. That one's up, no good, but she's fouled in the process. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's just the product of not being in position to box out and getting the rebounds. That's a couple games I've watched Lady Cats. They don't do a great job boxing out at times. Other times they do a phenomenal job, but sometimes you pick up unnecessary fouls because you've given them 3, 4, 5 opportunities.
Criswell will check back into the game. Peyton Morgan will check out. She checks out now with 2 fouls. Double bonus put on now as Dudley at the front end. Misses the front end of the 2 shots. Here comes the second. That one doesn't get the friendly bounce. Rebound out to Criswell. Bobcats now 3 of 8 from the line. Criswell with it. Lobs it over to Scott. She'll try another 3. Front iron no good off of the hands of Buckner. Tried to save it but stepped out of bounds and will stay with Lawrence County.
You've caught enough games that when a kid fires a shot, you can pretty well guess whether it's going in before it gets there or not, right? I mean, you can tell.
Yeah.
Especially from up here.
Yeah.
All those look good.
They look good.
They all look good, and they're just not going in.
I'm just ready to say it's good or bam or something.
I mean, you can tell if it's short, long. No, they look good.
Coming back the other way off the steal, Dudley knocks it down. She's fouled in the process, and she has a chance to go to the line for the M1. That foul will go against Cammie Pig, her second. Now Wendy Scott will call a 30-second timeout, her first timeout of the game. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Make 2022 the year to refresh your home. And who you gonna call to help? Story & Lee, the Tennessee Valley's largest furniture store. We've stocked our 3 acres of showroom and warehouses full of inventory and gotta make room for more arriving daily. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, all from the brands you've told us you love. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story & Lee.
And back here at the Ralph, Lawrence County leads at 23-11, 5:34 here remaining in the first half. Kataya Dudley going to the line here to try to convert the AM1. Bobcats are 3 of 8 from the line so far. Dudley, the left-handed shot, banks it in. She's now got 3 points, leads down to 11 at 23-12. Cammie Pig with it. She'll come back the other way. Pig throws it over to Harley Johnson. Johnson now to Criswell as her pass is tipped out of bounds and will stay the Lady Cats. Taking it out of bounds will be Criswell right in front of the Giles County bench. 5:25 remaining in the half. Criswell lobs it over to Cammie Pig. Pig has at the top of the key. 2-3 zone put on by Giles County. Johnson with it. And her pass intended for Emmy Clark is knocked out of bounds by Kataya Dudley. Pig will now take it out here for the Lady Cats. Steps a little bit closer to the official. Now throws it over to Johnson. Johnson now back to Pig in the corner. Throws it down low to Clark. And Clark, after some rough stuff, sends over to Pig. Now to Criswell. She'll try a jumper from the free throw line. No good. Now we got a foul call. That will go against Lawrence County.
Yeah.
I believe Dudley was fouled in the process.
Yeah. It's just.
It's on Clark. That's her third. Now a pair of free throws coming up here. I think they said that it was Coffey that went against Coffey. Now Coffey will shoot the free throws. Clark now trying to plead her case with her dad, the assistant coach Shane Clark, on the bench. Comes the first free throw from Coffey on its way, and she knocks it down. Sophie Cole now to check into the game here for the Lady Cats. And checking out will be Clark. Lawrence County with 12 fouls here so far in the first half. As Coffey trying to convert both ends. Here's the next free throw. Gets the friendly bounce. That one's in. She's got 6 points and leads down the night, 23-14. Giles County now 6 of 11 from the line. Pig racing back the other way over to Sophie Cole. Cole over to Harley Johnson at the wing. Now back to Cole straight away. Cole swings it over to Pig. Pig drives into the paint. Tries a runner. No, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2. Picking up the foul will be Giles County's Dudley. That's her third, team's 8th. Now a pair of free throws coming up here for Cammie Pig. First one on its way, and off the back iron, no good.
Those are just shots they make. I mean, she makes free throws. I mean, it's just so far been one of those halves.
Lily Reed will check in for Dudley. Who checks out with her third foul. Next free throw from Pig, rolls it in. She's 1 of 2 from the line. That's her first point. Leads back out the 10 at 24-14 with 4:50 remaining in the half. Buckner comes back the other way. Brown swings over to Coffey near the corner. Coffey picks up her dribble, tries a deep shot, almost banked it in. Rebound out to Cole. Now Cole gives it over to Sophie. Cole race back the other way. Cole now over to Katie Criswell. She'll try a baseline jumper, knocks it down.
She could have had an and one there.
She's got 8, leads out the 12 at 26-14. Buckner gets it. Lawrence County will back off the press, but they'll pressure her the moment she crosses the timeline to an open Reed on the low block. Reed shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Harley Johnson. Johnson will race back with it the other way. Now to the wing. Throws over to Cammie Pig. Pig drives. Throws up a runner. It says she's fouled in the process before the shot, but she'll still get some free throws in the anyways. Stevenson will pick up the foul. Buckner will pick up her second. It's the team's 9th. Now a 1-and-1 coming up for Cammie Pig. First one off the front iron, no good. Brown with the rebound. And now this one's intercepted by Katie Criswell. Right-handed layup, that one's up and in. Criswell in the double figures now with 10. Make that now 16 turnovers against Giles County and 15 points for Lawrence County off of those turnovers. Try to throw it down low to Reed, intercepted by Criswell. Criswell racing back the other way. Drives into the paint, nice pass to Sadie Grace Cole, fakes out the defender, kinging it to go, but she is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Now 17 turnovers here against the Bobcats. As Stevenson will pick up her second foul, team's 10th, so double bonus the rest of the way here for the Lady Cats. First free throw from Cole on its way, nothing but net. As J.C. Scott will check into the game. Pig will check out. Also checking in is Katie Pimpkins, and Cameron Buckner will check out as Cole misses the back end of the 2 shots. Good defense on the other way as Brown gets her dribble knocked out of bounds by Harley Johnson. 3:38 remaining here in the opening half. Lady Cats leading at 29-14. That was Stevenson that checked out, not Buckner. Buckner with it the other way and gets her pass to Coffey, kicked out of bounds by J.C. Scott.
J.C. might need to go try for the football team the way she's reading those passes. I mean, that's several times tonight. She's just read the eyes and anticipated and got there.
Brown with it. She's trying to spin out of trouble. That one's intercepted by Harley Johnson. Johnson, nice pass to Cole. Left-handed layup off the glass and in. Cole has got a 3. Now that's 18 turnovers by the Bobcats as they trail 31-14.
It's only 4 in the quarter, though. That's a 70% decrease from the first quarter.
Good fight for the ball on the other end, and now that's another turnover as a fight for the ball goes Lawrence County's way. Gibson will check in. Reed will check out. Gibson playing with 2 fouls. Sophie Cole with it. She'll cross the timeline. 3:05 remaining in the opening half. Johnson throws it in the Scott off of her shins into the hands of Buckner. Buckner coming with the other way. She'll try a pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound to Sadie Grace Cole. Now quickly ahead to J.C. Scott. Scott with speed lobs over to Criswell. Right-handed layup up and in. Criswell has got 12. And Lawrence County now leads 33-14.
I know it sounds stupid, but it's true. Sometimes making those easy layups builds the confidence you need and start making the baskets a little further out.
Each side here exchanges, some turnovers as Sophie Cole, Katie Criswell will check out as Peyton Morgan, Laney King will check in for the first time. Buckner gets it over to Coffey. Coffey being trapped here. Tries to drive. Layup is no good. They say she is fouled in the process.
I don't believe it's going to be on JC. I think it's going to be from behind. I couldn't see who it was.
It's on J.C. Scott. That's her second.
Well, he motioned that it was a push, not a across the arm foul. And I don't know how you can call that. She was in front of her. That makes no sense.
Coffey hits the front end of the two shots. Scott picks up her second foul. Now 13 fouls against Lawrence County in the first half. Next free throw from Coffey. Misses, but the rebound comes out to Gibson. Gibson throws it up and in.
Got a rebound.
Gibson's got 4, and the lead's down to 16 at 33-17. Harley Johnson with it at the wing. Throws it down low here to Peyton Morgan. Kicks out to Laney King. She's being trapped. Picks up her dribble. Throws about to Morgan in the corner. Morgan will drive the baseline. Long pass over to Johnson. She'll try a three. Back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Won by Sadie Grace Cole. That one is up and in. And the Wildcats get the lead back out to 18. Coming back the other way with it is Buckner. Throws it into Gibson. Gibson, runner in the lane. No good. Rebound out to Sadie Grace Cole. And she is going to be fouled. Excuse me, it's Harley Johnson who gets fouled in the process. Johnson will go to the line to shoot two. That will go against Brown, her second. Team's 11th. Now a pair of free throws coming up here for Harley Johnson, looking for her first points of the game. This first half is dragged on with all the turnovers and the fouls. Johnson here, the front end of the two. Off the back iron, no good. Reed and Garrett will check back in. Checking out will be Gibson and Buckner. Katie Criswell now back into the game. As Johnson hits one of two. 36-17 is the lead. First point of the game for Harley Johnson. Garrett comes back with it the other way. She'll drive right into layup, no good. Rebound, Katie Criswell. Criswell coming the other way with speed, drives into the paint. Tries to kick out the Sadie Grace Cole. Now the J.C. Scott straight away for three. Rolls out, no good. And Harley Johnson's going to pick up the offensive rebound. Johnson has Cole in the corner. She'll try a three. Rattles out, no good. And that one is tipped out of bounds and will stay with Lawrence County.
You think at some point those those three-pointers and long two-pointers are going to eventually start falling. They just so far haven't.
Scott will throw it down low to Criswell. Kicks out the Cole. Cole now over to Scott. Swings over to Johnson in the corner for three. Misses, no good. Offensive rebound, Sadie Grace Cole. Cole with it on the baseline. Now over to Johnson. She'll try a three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Carson Brown comes up with it. Brown the other way, under a minute left in the half. Picks up her dribble, now out to Garrett. She'll try a three-pointer, hits the front iron.
Dear Lord, why are you shooting from that deep?
Reed gets the rebound, but gets over to Coffey, and Coffey knocks it down. She's got 9 points for the Bobcats.
Wow. I mean, you got a rebound. I mean, that's especially on the defensive end.
Cole with it, now over to King, and King loses that one into the hands of Garrett. Garrett coming with it the other way, dribbles in and out of traffic, 25 seconds left in the half. Pimpkins throws up a shot, she is fouled by King. She will go to the line here to shoot two.
I bet there's been 30 fouls called in this first half.
There's been a lot. That's the first on King as Pimpkins will go to the line to shoot two. Hits the first. That's her first point of the game. And Cami Pigg, Sophie Cole will check back in as Criswell and Cole will check out. Next free throw on its way, and she knocks it down. She hits both. It's a 36-21 lead, 21 seconds left. Cami Pigg crosses the timeline with it, dribbles to her left, hands over to Johnson. Johnson out in the paint over to Sophie Cole at the wing. Cole, skip pass over to Pigg. She'll drive the baseline. Nice pass to J.C. Scott. Shot up, no good, but she's fouled. 7 seconds left. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. That will go on Brown. That's her 3rd. Team's 12th, and now a pair of free throws coming up for J.C. Scott. Clock stops at 7.6 seconds. It's taken us 42 minutes here to play this opening half. First free throw from Scott on its way off the back iron, no good. Buckner will check back in, and checking out will be Brown. Goes out with 3 fouls.
I mean, I don't know what if you're Coach Scott, I don't know what you tell your team other than maybe rebound a little better. I mean, you can tell him to shoot better all you want. Sometimes it just don't go in. Oh,
Aaron, a pass ahead to Pipkin, shot at the buzzer, no good, but they say she's fouled by King, and she'll get a pair of free throws. King,
I think they're going to let her shoot it. I thought they might have said it was after the horn, but Lawrence County's not going to wait around and see.
She's going to get a pair of free throws here as the band is playing. They're just going to let her shoot. It's no good. They need to. Yeah,
that's got to be so nerve-wracking for her because everybody, the other teams went to the bench or to the locker room.
Comes the next free throw from Pipkins. She misses both. And that will be the end of the first half. Lawrence County leads this one 36-21 after the opening half of play. When we return, we might have head coach Joe Wilson for his halftime interview. It's coming up next here on the X Sports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Heine in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Heine Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Heine sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's Barbecue, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here at the Ralph, we got head boys coach Joe Wilson joining us here at halftime. And Joe, guys sitting here at 5-0, getting ready to face a very tough Giles County team right now. You had a really good battle with them the first time just a couple weeks ago. I know you're expecting the same thing here tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we know it's going to be a tough game. I mean, they're athletic. It was a hard-fought battle when we played over there, and, I'd be very surprised if it's not the same thing, here again. But, that's what you want when you play. If you're a competitor, you like the games where you got to be ready to get after it, and you just roll your sleeves up and, have at it. And that's what we're going to have to do tonight to, have an opportunity to beat a very good Giles County team.
You guys have faced a lot of challenges early on here in the season. It seems like this team just adapts so well to everyone you're playing and comes out on top.
Well, so far they've done a really good job, like we've talked about several times, of just being able to handle the situation and take care of business on the floor and off the floor. And if you're going to be successful in life, you're going to deal with issues, problems, challenges, obstacles, all kinds of things are going to occur in life. And, it's not a lot of times what happens to you, but how you respond to it. And the guys have responded well so far, and, I feel like they will again tonight, and then we'll just see what happens.
You guys got off to a hot start last year, got off to a hot start here this year. How do you want to see this team stay consistent throughout the course of the season?
Well, we've got to, hopefully, stay healthy is the big key, because you're going to have basketball as a long season. It's a grind, and you go through the flu and COVID and sprained ankles and all kinds of stuff. So, that's the first thing. And the second thing is just working hard every day at practice on the little things, not getting bored with doing the little things correctly, because the style we want to play, you got to figure out how you want to play, then you got to go about doing it. You can't be up and down, and it's just be very difficult to be a fast-breaking team, full-court pressing team one night, and then go walk it down the floor and pack in a zone the next night. Now, sometimes you got to make adjustments, on the fly. But the thing for me, I think for us to be consistent, is to play the way we want to play, practice that way, and just keep working on us and get better at the things that we want to do, and that should help us, with long-term success.
Hey, Coach Joe Wilson, thank you for stopping by here at halftime, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Go Wildcats.
Coming up next, we'll have the start of the second half here on the X Sports Network.
It's time for some straight talk about zero-turn mowers. Husqvarna's zero-turn performance mowers with rugged commercial drive give you high performance and a comfortable ride. Heavy-duty frame and chassis and commercial hydraulics take no punishment. With warranties now up to 5 years and low financing options, there's no competition. For a straight-up deal on the best in professional zero-turn mowers, go straight to your Husqvarna dealer.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation, you're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
This is the good life.
Mike Keith, let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the auto owner's policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretta, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Hey folks, this is Fred Webb, principal broker and owner of United Country Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg. Your local Realtree Land Pro agent specializing in country homes, farms, and land. If you're thinking about selling or would like a free comparative market analysis to see what your property is worth, please give us a call at 931-244-7126. We market your property worldwide to get you the most exposure, which in turn gets you the highest price in the shortest amount of time. Visit us at southerntandrealty.com.
Rent Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From Bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph, taking a look at the first half statistics as Lawrence County leads Giles County 36-21 after 2 quarters of play. For Lawrence County, Katie Criswell leads all scorers with 12. J.C. Scott has 11. Sadie Grace Cole with 5. Peyton Morgan with 4. You got Cammie Pigg with 1, Emmy Clark with 2, and Arlie Johnson with 1. On the other side for Giles County, Amaya Coffey leads all Bobcats with 9. You got Kaya Gibson, who's got 4. You got Carson Brown and Kataya Dudley each with 3, and Katie Pimpkins with 2. Taking a look at the hustle stats, Lawrence County has forced 20 Giles County turnovers. They've gotten 17 points off of those. Giles County has forced 12 Lawrence County turnovers, but only gotten 3 points off of those. Giles County with 8 offensive rebounds, 6 second chance points. Lawrence County 5 offensive rebounds, 4 second chance points. And Cam, we've mentioned the turnovers, and we've mentioned how there seems to be an invisible plastic shield on top of the basket so far here for Lawrence County. And in all reality, this game should be worse than what it actually is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the score is not indicative of how vastly outplayed Giles County's been in this game by Lawrence County. I mean, Lady Cats played a good game. I mean, yes, there's things you can clean up, and that's going to be the true pretty much every game, but the shots aren't going in. They're just not going in, and that's definitely the case. And I don't know what the shooting percentage is, but I would guess it's around 20.
Yeah, if it's
that high.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit higher than in between the 25-30 range.
You may be right. Yeah,
it's
not very good.
Not for lack of effort though. They are trying. They're working really hard, and we've got foul issues on both sides. Emmy Clark has 3, J.C. Scott, Katie Criswell, Cammie Pigg, Peyton Morgan, and Lainey K. King each with 2. On the other side for Giles County, Carson Brown, Kataya Dudley each have 3. Kaya Gibson, Cameron Buckner each have 2. So does Casey Stevenson. Lawrence County will start off with the ball. They hear the start the second half. J.C. Scott with it, facing the 2-3 zone over to Sadie Grace Cole. Original starting lineup in for both sides. And Brown's going to come away with the steal. Working the other way is Brown, weaving in and out of traffic. Shot up, no good, but she traveled in the process. Now make that 21 turnovers against the Bobcats. She was just trying to do a little bit too much on that play. Scott now bringing it across the timeline here for the Lady Cats. Now over to Pigg. Pigg throws it over to Cole with it straight away. Swings it over to Scott at the wing. Scott trying to get inside the Criswell can. Now back out to Cammie Pigg. Over to Cole. Cole throws it down low to Clark. Clark up. Shot
Strong
in, and
move.
she is fouled. She'll go to the line with the chance at the M1.
Those are the kind of moves that, well, number one, yes, you score, but 2, they fire up your team. When they see you get a tough point like that, tough rebound, those are things that spill over to the rest of your team. That's a little bit of what Lawrence County's lacking.
Clark knocks down the free throw, and she had good body position on that, too. Got, walled off the defender, got the shot up and in for the M1. She's got 5 points. Lawrence County leads at 39-21. Coffey throws it down low to Dudley. Dudley off the glass and in. Dudley now with 5, and the lead's down to 16. Coming back quickly the other way, Cammie Pigg with it, now over to J.C. Scott. Scott back to Pigg. She'll try a deep 3. Knocks it down. Pigg's got 4, and the lead's out to 19 at 42-23. Buckner with it. Going to face the pressure now over to Coffey. Coffey throws it down low to Dudley. Dudley, crazy shot, can't get it to go. And Gibson's going to foul J.C. Scott from behind as Gibson's going to pick up her 3rd. Team's second here of the second half. 6:52 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. No pressure here from Giles County as Scott will inbound in here into Cammie Pigg. Nick Moore getting a little weird with us here.
He's the second person that's tried to be a little weird. I don't like this location.
Scott Cole with it over to Pigg. Pigg throws it down low to Clark again. Nice pass to Criswell. Kicks out the Scott. She'll try a 3 from the wing. Knocks it down. J.C. Scott has got 14. The lead
is gone.
22. Might have been just this in.
It might have been.
I've seen that happen.
I have too.
There's a bunch of gyms in some of these high schools.
Well,
something's a little bit off.
I swear to you, the ends at Giles County and at Summertown are different. They're 100% different.
Steele coming back the other way. Now down low to Gimme Clark. Clark gets her pass deflected to Criswell. Now out to Pigg for 3. She knocks it down. Cammie Pigg has 2 frees, 7 points. And Lawrence County now leads at 48-23.
Now that shooting percentage is up to about 40%.
They're shooting at 100
so
far here in the second half.
You're right.
Another turnover coming back the other way. Scott, right-handed layup off the glass. She is fouled, and she'll go to the line here for a chance at another M1. Foul will go against Giles County's. And Buckner picks up her third, team's third.
And the thing is, AJ, Lawrence County is not doing anything any different than they did in the first half. Nothing. They're just shots are just falling. How many times in March have you seen a team that was highly ranked get upset because they went cold?
Yeah.
It happens.
Happens every March.
Yep.
J.C. Scott knocks down the M1. She's got 17 points. The Lady Cats now 9 of 17 from the line. They lead at 51-23.
And they run into a
Dudley
Catholic school that's on fire. And
yeah.
Sorry, I know you're talking. I can't hear you, so people at home don't know what we're dealing with here. I'm having to read your lips.
Missy Harper here will call it timeout. Be a full timeout. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph, Lawrence County on fire to start the second half. They lead at 51-23, 5:35 remaining in the third. Scott over to Emmy Clark. Will throw it, tries to throw it down low, but it's intercepted by Dudley. Make that now 14 turnovers against the Lady Cats. Coffee with it, races across the timeline, dribbles in and out of traffic, throws up a shot, can't get it to go. Rebound, Dudley banks it in.
Dudley's a fine basketball player for the Bobcats. She could be a problem and she could stay out of foul trouble.
Criswell now with it. Dudley now with 7 points. Pig, nice pump fake, will drive the baseline, shot up and in.
That should have been another foul on Dudley. It went uncalled. She come down with the haymaker.
Pig only had 1 point in the first half, has 8 here in the second, so leads back out to 28. Another steal coming back the other way. Katie Criswell, she's got a 4-on-1. Criswell, right-handed layup off the glass and in.
She's so impressive, AJ, because she's gliding along at moderate speed like a gazelle.
She's stole the word I was going to use.
Yeah, she's so smooth, and it's like all of a sudden she hits another gear and gone.
Stevenson now over to Coffey. She'll try a baseline jumper. Rebound, Dudley. Another offensive rebound, up and in.
I can remember a couple different girls over the years that enjoyed watching shot miss there by J.C. Scott. Carly Weathers was obviously one I got to watch a lot. I remember Melody Saxton back in the late 90s, part of that state championship team. She was a lot like that. And I think Katie Criswell is another one they're just fun to watch because of how athletic they are.
It's natural.
It is natural talent. That's exactly right.
Harley Johnson will check in for Sadie Grace Cole. Pipkins here will check in for Carson Brown. As Lawrence County missed their first 2 shots of the second half. So we hit the midway point here in the third quarter. 55-27's the lead. Coffey being triple teamed. Johnson rips it away. Jump ball called, and that will stay with Giles County. Taking it out will be Casey Stevenson. Trying to find somebody, gets it to Pipkins. Pipkins dribbles out now over to Garrett. Garrett back to Pipkins at the wing. Now over to Dudley. Dudley drives. Left-handed shot, no good. Rebound Johnson. Now ahead to Scott. Scott dribbles out of traffic and across the timeline. 2-3 zone put on by the Bobcats. Johnson, long pass over to Criswell. Criswell drives. Runner in the lane. Gets it to go. She has got 16. The lead's out to 30, 57-27. Garrett across the timeline, throws over to Pipkins. Pipkins tries to get the Stevenson, stolen away by Johnson.
Oh, she doubled.
And then she double dribbles. Now 25 turnovers against the Bobcats, 15 against Lawrence County. As Cabry Timmon, Peyton Morgan will check in, J.C. Scott and Cammie Pigg will check out. Tinnen, who had 5 points for Lawrence County against Rogers on Friday. Dudley now it's Coffey trying to find somebody. Gets into the Pipkins, back to Coffey. Coffey over to Garrett. Garrett dribbles, throws it over, and the ball's tipped into the hands of Garrett. She'll be fouled.
I think that's going to be on Katie. She nearly had the steal, and that second effort always usually bites you. Always usually. That's like works 50% every time, 50%. What was it, Anchorman?
50% of the time they say it works every time.
That's right. 75% it works every time. Yeah. Such a good movie.
Criswell gets her revenge, though. Gets a block. Peyton Morgan with it. Now to Criswell. Tries to jumper from the free throw line and gets that one to rattle home. She's got 18 points to lead all scores. A 32-point Lady Cab lead.
You tell you what, if you're another team watching this game, Katie Criswell does not need to shoot the ball from the free throw line. She's going to make it.
Now after another steal, ball is kicked out of bounds by Giles County. Will stay with Lawrence County. Sophie Cole will now come in for Katie Criswell. And Kaya Gibson here will check in for Kataya Dudley. Gibson checking in with 3 fouls of her own. Johnson, she'll try a 3 from the corner off the inbounds, knocks it down. She's got 4. They lead at 62-27 with 2:30 remaining here in the third.
Totally different looking team now when shots start falling. It's amazing.
Garrett now over to Coffey. Coffey dribbles, drives, shot up, no good. Rebound, Peyton Morgan. Morgan coming back the other way across the timeline. Picks up her dribble, throws it over to Cole. Cole tries to throw it down low to Clark. Gets the shot up in, and she is fouled. And she's got a chance at another and one. That will go against Stevenson. That's her third, team's fourth. Now Amy Clark with another shot here at an and-one. Had one to start the first half and the second half, gets another. She's got 8 points. The lead is out to 28 at 65-27, or 38. Yeah, I can count, I promise. Coffee.
West Virginia education coming out, right?
That's right. I dot my T's and cross my I's all the time. Garrett will try an NBA range 3, and she is fouled in the process by Sophie Cole. A little too aggressive there, and she'll get 3 shots here at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's one when you see a kid shooting from that deep, you get away because you don't want to pick up that foul because chances are they're not going to make the shot.
If they shoot it from that deep, let them.
Let them. Yeah, absolutely let them.
Garrett's first free throw rattles out, no good.
May not matter. Giles County has not been very good from the free throw line tonight.
Next shot on its way, back iron, no good. Now some subs coming in. It'll be Carson Brown will come in for Coffee. And somebody's waiting on Garrett if she makes the back end of the 3. Next shot on its way, no good. She missed all 3. Rebound, Amy Clark. She's being triple teamed, and she gets fouled eventually. This one will go against Giles County's Garrett, who now check out of the game, and it will be Buckner checking back in. Coming back the other way, Sophie Cole with it. Over to Tinnen at the wing. Tinnen back to Cole. Cole will dribble it, but sends it back to Tinnen at the wing. Now in the corner to Harley Johnson. Down low to Clark. Clark kicks out the Tinnen. She'll try a 3. Almost rattles in, no good. Rebound Gibson. Gibson throws up right into the hands of Johnson, up and in. Johnson has got 6 and the lead's out to 40 at 67-27 now. 28 turnovers by Giles County. Lawrence County with 24 points off those turnovers. Good hustle by Johnson to knock the long pass out of bounds. Clock stops at 1:15 left here in the third. So we look at a running clock coming up here in the fourth quarter. Stevenson to take it out of bounds. Gets it into Brown. Brown dribbles at the top of the key. Man-to-man put on by the Lady Cats. Gets her pass kicked out of bounds by Emmy Clark. No subs for either side. As the second half has been a little bit more smoother than the first half so far. Stevenson with it in the corner. Being trapped. Loses that. Now fight for the ball. Comes out to Harley Johnson.
Wow.
Morgan. Pass ahead to Tennant. Tennant picks up her dribble.
It's getting pushed.
Gets it down low to Clark. Clark now to Morgan. Morgan shot
Nice.
up. Rolls it in. Morgan with 6. Lawrence County now up 69-27.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing what 8 minutes can do when your shot starts falling.
The confidence of this team is so high right now as Gibson tries to drive. No good. And the rebound comes out to Peyton Morgan. That one pinballed around. Sophie Cole with it. 30 seconds left in the third. Cole will now dribble to the top of the key. Long pass to Tennant in the corner for 3.
Got it.
She knocks it down. Her first points of the game. It's a 72-27 lead with 15 seconds left in the quarter. Buckner over to Brown. Back to Buckner straight away at the Lawrence County logo. And over to Gibson. Gibson almost walked there. 5 seconds left. Gibson throws over to Brown. She'll try a 3 here at the buzzer. Back iron no good. Rebound Morgan. And that will be the end of the third quarter. Lawrence County comes out on fire. They lead this one 72-27 after 3 quarters of play. We'll have the start of the fourth when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
And back here at the Ralph, Lawrence County leading at 72-27. Cam and I were talking at the break. Lawrence County doubled their points from the first half in the third quarter, outscoring the Bobcats 36-6. JC Scott gets it. She'll get fouled here to start the fourth quarter as we'll have a rolling clock because of the size of the lead. That will go against Brown. Brown will pick up her fourth, team 6. Now a pair of free throws coming up for JC Scott. Lady Cats 10 of 18 from the line so far. First shot on its way and gets it to go. As now checking in will be Amaya Coffey. She'll come in for Brown, who leads with 4 fouls. Coffey has just 1. Comes the next free throw from Scott. This one's on its way. And she hits them both. She leads all scorers with 19.
I mean, the first half was Jekyll. I mean, it was Jekyll and Hyde completely. I mean, as far as shots falling, the game plan didn't change. They didn't make really any adjustments. Just shots started going in. There wasn't any adjustments to be made. You're playing pretty good.
Buckner tries to get inside the Gibson. We're going to have a jump ball called, and that ball will go to Lawrence County.
As cold as they were in the first half, they were equally as hot in that third quarter. 36 points is remarkable in a quarter. That's unheard of in a lot. I watched a lot of lopsided games over the last few years. Very few of those games were scored 36 points in a quarter.
Just like we said, if they would have hit some of their shots in the first half, we might be on the verge of 100. Yeah. As King is going to foul Coffey. Coffey now will go to the line to shoot 2.
I called a game one night, AJ, that the visiting team had not scored as we entered the fourth quarter. This was about 3 years ago. It was final score was 86-3.
Wow. As Pitt goes up, she'll get fouled in the process there by, I believe that's Dudley. Dudley's going to pick up her 4th. I did a state tournament game in West Virginia that was 103-12.
It's crazy, yeah.
In the first round game.
And here's the thing, I talked with the coach after the game, and free throw no good. She was upset because she's like, I don't want to do that to a team.
Right.
But you're playing your subs the entire second half. She's like, I can't tell my kids to quit playing.
Nope, no, you can't do that.
And it makes sense. Missed most free throws.
King now with it. Some subs in. Frazier, Jaco, and Tenen. Tenen now with it. Now over to Frazier. She'll try a three from the corner. Knocks it down. She's got three, and the lead is out to 50 at 77-27. Buckner now will bring it across the timeline. Now over to Dudley. Dudley thought about a three. Now over to Garrett, who she has come so close on those deep threes.
Oh,
wow,
come on.
Frazier fight for the rebound. Jump ball will go to Lawrence County. Sophie Cole will now come in for Cammie Pigg. Original starting lineup now out here for Lawrence County. Rolling clock now at 5:35 left in the game. A 50-point Lawrence County lead.
So there's one suggestion I would make to the TWSLA. Well, I have many, but the one I would make I think needs to be done is the rolling clock needs to start earlier.
I totally agree. As King shot off the back iron, no good. Well, if you get it to any point in the game, it's going to be ugly like this.
Yeah.
And start at the moment it gets to 30 points.
Now, this is important portion of the game. Even though the fans have long lost interest, there's 5 girls on the floor right now that have not, because this is their game, because they haven't gotten to play tonight, and this is their learning opportunity. This is where they get better. Speaking from somebody who played in that role all the way up to my senior year.
Yeah.
Through my senior year,
and really, Lawrence County's had every game except for the Loretto game. They've been able to Loretto and Murfreesboro Central. They've been able to do that. As Gibson goes up, she is fouled. She knocks it down. She go to the line for a chance here at the AM1. And just like you mentioned, games like this, moments like this, will pay dividends later on down the road when J.C. Scott and Katie Criswell aren't here anymore.
Sure, and this is where it's tough for us. At least I'm speaking for myself. Is by this point, our interest has started to wane. We're starting to get notes and things ready for the next game. And sometimes we have to be careful because we're not giving these kids that are getting to play this final quarter the justice that the other kids got. And it's not fair. And I struggle with that sometimes. I try to really be cognizant of that.
Tenen with it after she picked up her second foul. Dudley missed the AM1 opportunity. Sophie Cole for three, back iron, no good. Rebound Pipkins. Now racing the other way, saved by Frazier, but she goes over and back, so each side now trades turnovers. Now 16 against Lawrence County and 32 against Giles County. As ball will go to the other end of the court. Clock now rolling at 4:05 here remaining in the game. A 77-29 Lawrence County lead. Bobcats 9 of 21 from the line. Lawrence County 12 of 22. Garrett, guarded here by Tenen. Throws it over to Coffey. Now down low here to Gibson. Gibson, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, out to Sophie Cole. Cole now coming the other way. Races over.
Oh.
Throws it over here. Frazier will try another three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, out to Gibson, and Gibson is fouled in the process.
Late in these games, when these kids get off the bench, they're just raring to go. As soon as they catch the ball, they're firing it. Trust me, I know. I was there. I was, there's not going to be a lot of ball movement late in games. If they catch it, they want their name in that score sheet. You can't blame them.
No.
At all, you can't blame them.
Just like you can't tell a kid not to score a touchdown late in the game.
you want your name in that score sheet.
Brown down low to Gibson. She goes up, knocks it down again.
Not a lot of contact there.
She's got another shot here at the AM1.
They're stopping the clock too soon, which listen, I'm picking up, but the clock only stops, or so I've seen in the past, when the player gets the ball in her hands. It runs up until that point.
Gibson misses the AM1 opportunity. They're now 9 of 22 from the line. Cole with it the other way. 77-31 is the Lawrence County lead. Tenen drives, kicks out to Cole. Cole over now to King. She'll try a three from the wing. Knocks it down. Her first points of the game. It's an 80-31 lead. 2:50 remaining in the game. Garrett now will walk it across the timeline here for the Bobcats. Now over to Brown. Brown throws it down low to Gibson. Gibson on the low block, another fadeaway jumper. Almost goes in. And Garrett, that's Jaco showing some frustration there with Reed as Reed gets called for the over and back.
Well, you kind of feel sorry for Reed because she's just so much bigger than everybody. She really didn't do anything wrong.
She just reached over
She just reached over. It's probably not a foul, but she's going to get called for it because it looks like a foul.
Jaco will go the other way for the front end of a 1-and-1. Looking for her first point of the game. This shot rolls it in.
I had a professor in college tell me if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So probably thinking, well, if it looks like a foul, it is a foul.
Yeah. And sometimes, though, those are just so much taller than everyone else. You just can't help it sometimes.
We were talking about a guy last night on the way home from our game that we were doing of a kid that we covered years ago that got picked on a lot just because he was bigger.
As Gibson's going to get fouled again. This one will go against Garrett, who is really racking up the fouls. She's got 3 here, 2:11 left, and now Gibson will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
Last night we got to watch Claire Bogus over at free throw, no good. Lawrence County gets the ball back. The ball goes out of bounds, but we were over at Wayne County. She's a sophomore. She might be as good a girls basketball player there is in the Middle Tennessee right now. She's impressive. But she did not have a single foul all night, and she's a post player.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Maybe that was a little luck and whatever, but good block shot there.
And
Lawrence County getting feisty.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, they're watching her, and don't stare the player down.
Yeah, don't do that.
If you've got a problem with what she did, go talk to her and say, hey, calm down.
That's one thing I hate. I see a lot of high school officials do that.
Yeah, they're trying to bait them into it.
Yeah, there's a difference between trying to get their number and just that stare down eye contact. Right. So Reed tries the front end of the 1-and-1. It's no good.
He was looking for her to make another gesture so he could tee her up. That's what he was doing.
And Jaco got the ball on the other end, missed it, got her own rebound, now has a chance to go to the line, knock down 2.
That to me is where officials across the board in every sport have failed in some regard, because this is still a teaching level of the game, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
If you're an official, voice what you are seeing to the players. Don't be looking to tee them up, because that's what was happening there.
Yeah. I thought that was 2 shots.
Did too.
Guess it wasn't. She misses that. Now a 3-pointer in the corner.
Wow.
Rolling it in, and that's going to be Garrett. Garrett once again hits another 3-pointer. Lawrence County leads at 84. I have 85. 85-31. Even though scoreboard says 84 to 30.
They may have counted that as a 2.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, too. There was a 3 they counted as a 2.
Yeah.
Garrett finally knocks down a shot. Her first points of the game. 85-33 is the lead. 1:05 left. Cole coming with it the other way. Loses it. And then Jaco should have just let that one go. And that will go over to Giles County. Now first action of the game here for the Bobcats will be Zakiah Bird. And she'll come in for Kaya Gibson.
Finish my point about a post player. When you are a post player, you have to be taught how to play as a post player and when to be aggressive and not to be aggressive. You're going to get picked on if you're a lot taller. Good hustle play to knock that one out of bounds.
Lawrence County. Now 30 seconds left here as Giles County will keep the ball. 84-33 is the lead. Pipkins takes it out of bounds. Gets it into Garrett. Now being trapped back to Pipkins. Pipkins over to Stevenson near the Lawrence County logo. Stevenson dribbles around, 15 seconds left, inside to Reed. Reed tries a shot. She gets fouled, almost goes in, and she'll have a chance to go to the line for 2. That will go against Jaco.
The problem with post players like Reed, is there's very few coaches that were post players.
Right.
So they know. I'm not going to say they don't know how to coach it. That's not fair to the coaches, but they didn't play that position, so it's tougher.
Yeah.
And I've known a lot of coaches will bring in people to teach their post players because it's such a art, the footwork, everything.
As Reed misses both free throws, and they swing it over. Tennant's going to try a three at the buzzer. Back iron, no
almost.
Good. And that boy in the game. Lawrence County improves to 6-1 on the season with a 84 or 85 to 33 win. And Giles County will drop to 0-6. Coming up next, the boys for both the Bobcats and the Wildcats will square off here at the Ralph. That will be next here on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.